Aloha, toy and collectible fans. This is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com. Giving you a look today at NECA Robocop, the 7-inch figure. This is the second version of this Robocop figure. This one comes with the spring-loaded holster, as you'll see there on the front of the sticker. So the previous version just did not have that functionality, and in some ways was actually a far better figure. Now, I reviewed another version of a Robocop figure just over a year ago, the Figma version, F-I-G-M-A. If you want to check it out, just search on the channel or Google Figma TekSushi Robocop and you will find the review. I found it actually a far better figure overall, but we'll still find some love on this NECA version here. So nice packaging. It's about, well, the plastic is pretty poor, but the card inside is quite nice, showing a little bit of the text in the movie and the OCP logo. And it gives you some instructions there for the leg, the holster for the weapon there. Doesn't quite work as far as it says there for me, and it's actually nearly broken the holster for me. So if you can get the earlier version, I would generally go for it because it's a bit of a dumb feature personally. But that's what you do, you pop it out, put it in the holster, and it closes back up, or it's supposed to. There's some nice features in the box, and I like the Robocop logo there. So NECA Toys, I managed to buy this one online. You can pretty much get it from just about anywhere that stocks NECA. You can even find these on Amazon, ToysRUs.com, and even local countries everywhere pretty much throughout Europe manages to get NECA stock. So that's the figure here. As I said, 7 inches in height. We got a nice job in the paintwork there, a nice kind of slightly bluish silver and a little bit dirty in places, but it's very reminiscent of the Robocop style of his armour. So yes, rather good. So it's quite a different figure from the ones which we will give you a review for, the Jada or Jada, J-A-D-A, the new Robocop movie figures. I'll have one of those very soon. I'll give you a look at them. But this guy looks awesome. He has some problems with his articulation, a little bit limited, and that's why I prefer the Figma version as a much classier figure overall, I have to say. But this is still a good one. Now, this figure also comes with a second hand, which gives that lovely finger there, which is a spike. Simply pop off the hand and you can have that data spike if you want to use it. This one also comes with a pretty plain blaster rifle there. You can see the detail. Let me just focus in a little bit more to see if we can sharpen that up. So it's just all plain black plastic, but still a good looking gun. And as I said earlier on, that fits into the holster on his leg. Now there's a little hatch there at the back to open that up. I'm going to try and open it up, but it doesn't really work for me very well. Come on. If I'm doing it the right way. No, I think I've bust mine actually. Oh, there we go. And it pops open. The weapon goes inside and it closes, but as you can maybe see, there's a very small hinge in there, and mine just seems to not hang on very well there. So I'm not sure if that's a NECA problem for others, but or if I'm doing it wrong. But it's not the most solid little flap there. It's always about the flaps because it's just on a little tiny plastic hinge sitting inside it there. So not my favourite feature, but a cool looking figure nonetheless. And one good thing about it is the facial sculpt. That really is on the money, I think, for Peter Weller there. Really good detail on that. And you'll know what I mean in the difference when you see the new figures for Robocop from the new movie just coming out here next week. They literally don't have a mouth on them. They're really poorly painted. So we're going to get some fun and look at that when we'll compare it to this guy here. But look, all the armour is there. It looks the part. The paintwork looks excellent. It's pretty detailed. There's a nice shine here and there on the black, which really helps the figure pop. In terms of articulation on this guy, a little bit limited. He is a bit stiff. He is Robocop after all, but there's a fair bit of movement on that head, back and forth. The arms, you'll see there, are on a kind of ball joint there, so they only go as far as the sides of that arm will allow. But it still gives you enough movement. But look, you're going to be posing this guy in one or two ways, and that's it. There's not a great deal of movement on him. He does have that top torso swivel. You can just see that moving around there. So again, a little bit of limited movement, again restricted by that armour. The swivel waist there, and also down at those legs, you can see those pins and those hinges very similar to the shoulders, that you cannot really move them much more than that armour on the legs. But it does move in a pretty fair amount over there. And I should have mentioned the arms there again. You'll see just the same. There is no swivel on that elbow joint there. but it will move up as far as that armour will allow, and you do get swivel forearms, so there's a little bit of movement there. Knees, Robocop does move his knees there just a little bit, so they're movable, a little bit stiff, which is good because sometimes NECA joints can be a little bit loose. And down in the feet, you'll see, nice little touch, is the pistons at the back of the legs move and actually keep that little plastic component going, which is pretty good. No kind of ankle rockers on there, but it'll give you enough movement to get this in a pretty cool pose. And it does come with pins on the bottom there to, or peg holes I should say, to allow you to pose Robocop. So cannot wait to see this movie next week. Got my tickets already for Thursday. Desperate to see it, but Robocop is looking rather good. And we'll have a review very soon of the Ed 209 with sound to go with this guy, the 10-inch guy to go with this 7-inch figure here, coming up very soon. But I'd love to know your thoughts on Robocop. What do you think? Are you excited about the movie? I know most of you have probably bought one of these versions of this figure, if not this one already. I did kind of sit on the fence and decide whether I wanted to buy it or not, but yeah, I went for it anyway. After selling my Figma figure, which I shouldn't have done, but never mind. You live and learn. You got to recycle your toys. So there's a link to buy this underneath, but look, to know your thoughts. Robocop, good, bad? What are you collecting? What do you like? What are you looking forward to in the movie? Personally, from me, Sam Jackson and Michael Keaton, I think, are going to really kick ass in that movie, that's for sure. But as I said, links below, and to buy this and all the links to all of our social stuff. There'll be photographs up there as well, some Robocop stuff in our image galleries on Google+, Facebook, and there's also links to Instagram and Twitter. That's it. We'll see you for other TekSushi reviews coming up real soon. Cheers.